Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cooper Hernick Podcast. Sorry for the long-awaited next episode. I know it's been since April. I had a very busy past couple months. Super busy. But the Toronto Blue Jays just made me make this podcast because they are now the best team in the MLB. If I told you at the beginning of the season, you would have said, I'm on drugs, I'm high, I'm drunk, saying that. If I said at the beginning of the season, what would you have told me? Write that in the comments right now. Show me that you're here. So they are currently 62 and 42, an amazing record for late July, which is the first time they've held this distinction late in the season since 1992, the World Series championship team, the first of the back-to-backs. This historical comparison. It's their best start through 88 to 90 games since 92 when they captured the World Series. And it's even better than my favorite season of all time that I've ever lived through, which is 2015, which was 10 years ago. I don't know how it's 10 years ago, but that was 10 years ago, Cooper. And this team is currently better in the regular season since that team. That team was the best team I had ever saw. So, this team is fucking crazy. And this team actually, we'll talk about it a little bit later in the podcast, reminds me of the team that defeated us that year, the Kansas City Royals. They play baseball so similarly to that Royals team. We'll talk about it in a little bit. But momentum and team DNA. Since May, the Toronto Blue Jays are 28 and 13. Thanks to a franchise record run total, they now sit at 60 and 42, heading into a breakout series. They just wrapped up an 11-game home winning streak, set that new franchise mark, beating teams like the Yankees, Giants, and Angels. Gosman throwing 7 innings of 8 Ks, 1 run. And Eric Lauer, baby. Eric Lauer. He threw 8 innings yesterday. And the Jays scored 11 runs. Fucking insane. Eric Lauer wasn't even on the team. If you said, Eric Lauer would be on the team, shoving 8 innings of like almost perfect pitching. Lefty like me. I would have said, Cooper, you are fucking insane. Cooper, you're on drugs saying that. And currently they stand with an 83.7% playoff odds. And they have home dominance in every single series if the playoffs started today. MLB's top-rated defense according to StatCast. Everything is clicking for this team. Breakout stars from so many players. Of course, the number one star, Vladdy, he's good. And ever since he signed his extension, 14 years, $500 million. Billion dollars, baby. The second largest contract in MLB history. The largest being Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto. So technically third. But Ohtani's was deferred, so we'll say second. Locking the franchise cornerstone. The cornerstone piece, number one piece that we have. And through early July, this team, we've in the 101 games into early July, they have had an almost 300 batting average, 393 on base percentage, 348 slugging percentage, 66 runs, 13 home runs. That's insane. On that little home runs, that's really good. And his presence in the middle of the lineup has been a stabilizer for the offense. This team, although they don't rely on Vladdy, he stabilizes the team. Vladdy is the best player, but also, I forgot those stats for Vladdy. Yeah, my God. And Bo, 380 batting average, being second in the league in hits. 118 runs, 13 home runs, almost 60 RBIs. And it became the first Blue Jays shortstop to hit 100 career home runs. An amazing shortstop going into a contract year. Even though I don't think he's going to get that same Vladdy money, I think that he's still on his way to getting some really good money. I think he'll get a good contract. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this amazing team. Guys, we are watching history. I'll say it right now. I think that they might win a World Series. I think they might. Drop in the comments below who you think is going to win a World Series. I think it's quite likely. How it's looking right now? The rest of the league sucks. We're beating what was supposedly the best team in the American League, the Tigers. Tigers, they looked like they were the worst team in the league. Is the best team in the league supposed to allow 11 runs in the opening game of a series? That's not the best team in the league. That's the worst team in the league. I think the White Sox can put up more of a fight. George Springer leads the team in home runs. This guy, I was saying, was a bust. We should just defer his contract down the line, cut ties, Bobby Bonilla him. 282 batting average, and 877 on base plus slugging. That's fucking insane. I'm sorry for swearing this much, but I'm really happy with this team. 55 doubles, 18 RBIs. He has been the offensive player, the most improved player candidate definitely right now. And he's been the glue of the offense. I think that George is really living up to his contract right now. And I am so happy with how he has been playing. George Springer Dinger. I was through the moon when I signed him. And over his contract, I've been going down. Now I'm way up there on George Springer, baby! George Springer! And now let's get into one of my favorite players, Ernie Clement! Ernesto Clement, baby! The Rochester native, grew up Blue Jays fan. Now he gets to play for his favorite team. Through the first 101 games of the season, he has a 284 batting average, 97 hits, 31 RBIs. He has been a hit machine. He is such an amazing contact hitter, guys. I think Ernie Clement's one of the better contact hitters in the league. People say we should get Stephen Kwan. We already have Stephen Kwan. Ernie Clement is one of the best contact hitters in the league. He should be batting leadoff every single game. Guy gets on base so many times. Why is he not batting leadoff? He probably should. He's basically like having a second Bo Bichette, but just with less power, less aggression in his bat. Ernie Clement is he's a funny guy too. He's like the class one. If you guys watch Gate 14. Great podcast, by the way. Shout out to Johnny Junta and Avery Chenier. Love you guys. Hope I get on your podcast sometime. I'd love to. He has been the clubhouse glue, Ernie Clement. And against lefties, he's batting 368 with an over 1,000 slugging percentage in obviously limited at bats. And recently had a 14 RBI game against the Tigers yesterday. Ernie Clement. Keep that name in your mind, guys. All the opposing teams in the playoffs, Ernie Clement will be the team that fucking kills you. Joey Loperfido, in the small sample size he's had since he's came back up, he has been such an amazing player. That Yusei Kikuchi trade last year is really paying off. I know Jake Bloss tore his UCL, but remember, we got 3 guys in exchange. We got Will Wagner in that trade. So Joey and Will, that's been paying dividends. We had to just give up a year of half a year Yusei Kikuchi. That's money in the bank right there. But Loperfido's been batting at 364 against lefties. Really, really good. And he's been perfect for the audience. But our audience question, Who saw Joey Loperfito's bat being this impactful? Like, especially with Varsho going down to his injury. And he's coming back soon, but probably next week, I'm guessing. But Loperfito has really stepped up big time. And Davis, too, and Miles Straw. Who saw Miles Straw be a big competitor? I thought he was just going to be a money filler, a money dump from Cleveland. But he has been such a great player, such a great hitter, a great contact hitter, great speed, great fielding. He's a Platinum Glove winner. This team's defense has been really, really amazing. Remember, Kansas City Royals in 2015, their team was based on great defense, pitching, and timely hitting. And that's what this team is. Defense, pitching, timely hitting. Those three. That's exactly what they have. If they go down by 1 run, they get that next run next inning. They always come back. And I always say, Cooper, wait till the 5th inning. Wait till the 5th inning. That's when they're going to come back. It's around the 4th, 5th, 6th inning. That's when they come back. First 3 innings, to wash. We'll see the pitcher. But it's the starting pitcher at least once, twice. But then once that 4th, 5th, 6th inning happens, that's when all the mashing happens, baby. Davis Schneider. He has been really, really good. Coming from a guy who he had major problems last year, at the beginning of this year too, hitting that upstairs fastball. He was getting beat by it. But now he has really came into his own. He's been turning into that real Babe Schneider, living up to his name. This team being built on entirely internally. I have faith in this player development system that has brought up Clement, Loperfito, Schneider, all of them, and veteran leadership from Vladdy, Springer, Bo. And talking about the Royals, clutch batting, gritty fundamentals, bullpen trust, defensive excellence. Toronto seems to be channeling a very similar DNA. And Ernie Clement, 4 RBIs in 1 game. Who saw this coming? Who saw that coming? And it's crazy. 62 and 42 in the first the first time since 1992. That's insane. Guys, this is insane. Best record through the first 90 games ever since 92. This is insane. 82, 18, 80, 28, and 13. Oh my god, I'm messing up numbers. Since May. Peak form for a World Series contender. We are going to go into these playoffs red hot. I know it's not for a couple months, but we are going to go into these playoffs red hot. I think we might have a chance. Guys. I think we might have a chance. This team's looking really good. They had an 11-game winning streak. Crazy. This team has been insane. And homegrown talent works. The clubhouse energy versus the cost. This team is built on their homegrown talent like Vladdy, Bo, Davis, all the guys. Yeah, so much homegrown talent. They've bought a lot too, but they have a hugely deep team. When one guy goes down, next man up. This is exactly how the Bills were last year. Everybody eats. Everybody eats offense. Everybody eats on defense. Let's fucking go. Run differential, advanced analytics show the Yankees are underperforming despite a strong indicator in terms of run differential, but Toronto looks luckier, riding a more favorable variance. The Toronto Blue Jays lead seems sustainable so far. We are a super sustainable team. We are able to win games. It doesn't even look like we're supposed to win a game. But we find a way. There's always a way. That's what I tell myself every time. We might be losing by a lot, but we'll come right back. It wasn't like that in April. We just have to find our feet. And I have to talk with this one guy. I haven't talked to him yet. Hunter Mentz. And the rest of the hitting staff. I think this guy deserves the fucking key to the city. Hunter Mentz, the entire hitting staff. You guys are my heroes. This team couldn't hit a ball last year, it seemed. This team was looking for offense. And they went to Arizona, I believe he was with, and found Hunter Mentz and taught this team how to friggin' hit. This team went from not knowing how to hit to literally finding green every time. Look at how they were against the friggin' Yankees. I watched John Boy and his Talking Yanks podcast. It should have been called Crying Yanks, I swear. Because it was hilarious watching him crying about his Yankees. And I couldn't stop laughing because it was literally a circus watching the Yankees play. There's so many errors. This team, the Yankees are literally built on the home run. Don't know how to field, don't know how to pitch. They kept bringing out Jonathan Loizaga. Kept saying, "Thank you, bring in Jonathan, bring in the sieve." That's what he is, Jonathan Loizaga, the sieve. And this team is the best Blue Jays team since the 92-93 dynasty. I know I'm saying it now, but we could be witnessing history right now. We have a 94% chance of making the playoffs and a 7.4 chance of winning the World Series. As of right now, almost 8%. World Series, probably the best odds in the major leagues right now. Let me ask you guys a question. What moment so far for this team has defined the? What moment defined this team so far? Who is your all-star surprise on this team? Like, who deserves the most credit? Who's the most underrated player? And do you see a 1992 remix where the Blue Jays were lifting the trophy again in the Rogers Center? Imagine that, the fireworks going off inside the Rogers Center, the newly renovated Rogers Center. And the championship comes home to Canada. Let's fucking go. Go Blue Jays, go. Go Jays, go. Blue Jays forever. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment to all the questions. I love you guys so much. Thank you.